I'm here at the St. Clair College Fashion Design Lab, where we're talking to the students and getting behind-the-scenes looks as they prepare for the Atelier fashion show. Yamna, can you tell me a little bit about your collection?
So my collection is inspired by neutral earthy tones and very structured silhouettes, and I'm very into tailoring and having draping involved with that as well.
What materials did you use mainly for your collection?
So I used linens and very high-end suiting materials for my suits, and a white linen and suiting as well.
And where did you get your inspiration from?
So I'm really inspired by the earth and just like muted tones and neutral color palettes, and I'm just really inspired by nature and different minerals and stones and just like a very minimal kind of aesthetic.
Gagan, can you please tell me a little bit about your collection?
Okay, so my collection is basically based on the evening wears. So it's more on the luxury side, and I'm working on it. And this is from my evening wear collection. The full black dress, because nowadays like you can see the destination weddings are more in, so people are more curious about something new, something elegant.
And what materials did you use mainly in your collection?
So I basically use the silk organza, silk fabrics, and the satin one, because you can see the more luxurious sides. People more likely are into satin, silks, so that's the things I use today.
And where did you get your inspiration from?
So my inspiration is basically one of my Indian designer, because I'm from India, and that designer name is Manish Arora. So I picked a lot of inspiration from him, and put it into my garments.
Natalie, can you tell me a little bit about what you're designing?
Sure. So I really like urban fantasy as my aesthetic for when I'm designing things. I like to make something that's kind of fantastical and make it wearable, like just casually whenever you're going out. So like for this one, I made a cute little vest out of this really cool tapestry fabric. We get a lot of fabric donations on campus, so like all of this was from the donations section. Got this like cute print cotton fabric for some puff sleeves.
Awesome. And where did you get your inspiration for your designs?
So I like to look a lot at travel photos, just artwork. For the most part, I like to draw inspiration from non-clothing sources just to try and make something new. It's easier that way, I find. Also, I just like playing with like lines and shapes to see what looks good.
Jason, can you tell us a little bit about your collection?
Yeah, for sure. So when I was brought up onto this collection, I didn't know where to go, so I just kind of let it flow and let my ideas like trickle in, you know. And then I looked around and saw around the internet stuff, video games I've played, and I really got inspired by like Japanese street, the whole Japanese street scene. It really caught my eye, and then as I researched more into it, I got deeper into like denims, and this is my first time working with denim, so I was kind of excited to work with it, you know. To get a feel of the fabric. So I use really very simple denim fabrics and just like twill fabrics, and kept the design simple but also unique at the same time.
Awesome. And where did you get your inspiration from besides the Japanese scene?
Honestly, inspiration for me, it comes from a lot of different places. Like it's either like I could see somebody even walking down the street and I can get inspiration from that, or it's literally anything I see or in the activities I do on a daily basis. That's where I kind of pull my inspiration from.
Hannah, can you tell me a little bit about your collection?
My collection is mostly day wear, it's women's wear, but it's very inspired by 1960s mod fashion. As you can see, there's a lot of bold color blocking elements. I also really like retrofuturism and the space age, which fits into mod. And I was really disappointed in the last several years. I see colors are coming more back into fashion, but I was really disappointed when I went to stores in the past 5 years ago and everything was gray. So I used really bright colors.
That's awesome. And what materials did you use mainly for your collection?
There are some synthetics, but I mostly used natural fibers. Like this is a cotton rib, and this is a beautiful cotton linen with a colored slub through it, and you know, cotton.
And where did you get the inspiration for your collection?
I got the inspiration mostly from mod fashion, but I also really like older cartoons and even anime, and I like I like doing the piping because it makes it look like it has outlines. And I like older fashion illustrations, and sometimes older fashion doesn't have quite the same proportion as the illustration, so I like the slightly exaggerated proportions that are in illustrations. So last semester we were told that we can use the 3D print labs at the college upstairs in the Ford Center. So I learned how to 3D model just for this so I could make belt buckles, and they're in varying sizes in this collection. I have a dress with a giant belt at the top and then 2 little ones. But I thought it would be cool to learn how to use the 3D print lab before I graduate.
Alicia, can you tell me a little bit about your collection?
So my collection is more toward evening wear. I have a 3-piece suit, a jacket that looks like a dress that looks like a jacket. It's a whole thing. And then an actual evening gown.
Yeah, and what materials did you use in your collection?
So it's mostly satin. I have a couple fabrics that I got in Toronto. The bright blue jacket that I have is made out of broadcloth and satin. The vest that's underneath it is also satin and a like crepe fabric.
Maria, can you tell me a little bit about your collection?
So my collection is basically inspired by beach, summer vibe. So it's like it would take you back to the beach when the summer is arriving, so it's the right perfect time for it to launch. Also, I've been working with jewelry and stuff for beachwear, so I just wanted to like match the both well, so that goes well with the collection too.
That's awesome. And what materials did you use for your collection?
So they're basically like the lightest weight fabric, like the chiffon, and like it's flowy like with the air and like stuff, so that it, like gives you like a flowy effect when you like wear it, you walk. So like basically that.
Where did you get the inspiration from?
So I'm a big fan of beaches, like of course. So that is what I had in my mind. I was pretty clear I wanted to go in that direction, and with the thing I sell with the jewelry. So I used to make jewelry back then, so I just wanted to like match the thing well with the collection, and then I was like pretty clear with the beach thing going on. Yeah.
Allison, can you tell me a little bit about your collection?
My collection is kind of like, I don't like using the word, but like cottagecore and like buttons and bows themed, because I wanted to go with like the floral aesthetic, but I also kind of like the bows and the buttons and just kind of cute.
Yeah, and what materials did you use mainly for your collection?
Oh, I used denim and like a cotton lawn with a fun print on it, and I found some like embroidered denim, which looked kind of neat.
And where did you get the inspiration from?
I really like the illustrations by like Tove Jansson for the Moomin series.
What program are you both in?
We are in the Business Administration Marketing program.
So you're both interns here in the fashion design department. Can you tell me a little bit about internship opportunities?
Yeah, for sure. So we started this internship at the beginning of April, and Elaine kind of left it up to me and Maria she left it very open to do whatever we want with this internship and kind of take over their social media. So we are really getting social media experience through this, and it's just a very cool opportunity.
Like Kara mentioned, so since Elaine's kind of left it open to us, we've been able to get really creative with TikTok, Instagram posts, and things like that, and kind of being more personal with all of the followers that we have on each account, and then making posts, getting to know the designers and getting a lot of behind the scenes footage, and a lot of great opportunities have come with this. So for example, we were able to kind of get behind the scenes of photo shoots and be on set and see really everything it takes to put the show all together.
Can you tell me a little bit about your view as marketing students as they prepare for the fashion show?
Yeah, of course. So it's been a really cool experience just to see kind of firsthand everything that goes into the show, a lot of all the hard work that all the designers have put in. We really saw a lot of that at the photo shoot. So what happened at the photo shoot was everyone was able to bring their pieces in, have all their models, and they had their mood board. So it was really nice to see them really execute their vision and give direction and how exactly they want their clothes to be shot, how they want it to look, and really give that sense of what their brand is and how they want to be portrayed as a designer.
Yeah, exactly that. And also being here in the fashion labs today and being able to see the students actually work on their pieces, finishing up last minute touches. It's just really cool to see all the students really bring their pieces to life.
And if you can take one thing that you learned from this program, what would it be?
I would say just always be open to asking questions and learning new things, because there's always more that you can learn in life.
The most important thing this program taught me was to be on top of my stuff and on top of my work. And it's really a hands-on program, which I really love. I wanted it to be hands-on, so it pushes me to do more and like get the deadlines done. And honestly, it makes me like become a better person with time management, a bunch of whole different skills that I never knew I developed before this program.
I'm very good at designing, sketching. So I'm taking all of that inspiration from my teachers. One of my teacher, Didi, and the another one is Eileen. She helped me a lot with all of the things. So yes, I'm very thankful to them.
It's taught me a lot of things, but my favorite thing that I've learned about is pattern drafting, because it's hard to start on your own. I didn't know anything about pattern drafting previously, and it basically gives you the ability to create anything that you want.
Everything taught in this program is an important fact or factor that leads you to what you want to do in the future.
You get a lot of job opportunities for the future with that field going on right now, because there's a lot of computerized thing going on in the world right now.
Perseverance, I'd say. That like if something goes wrong, you can always try again and improve upon it. That and my CAD skills.
So we're looking forward to seeing you at the St. Clair College Atelier Fashion Show this Saturday, April 22nd. Doors open at 7. We hope to see you there.